Good morning, folks. How's everyone doing out there? Hope you're all well. Welcome back to another farm vlog at Noth Farm. Got a beautiful sunny day today. Lovely morning. A little bit of mist on the surrounding hills, and the sun broke through, and it's already quite warm. For late August, this is nice. So I've just been up checking on the sheep. They're doing fine. We moved them quite recently up to a new area of grazing. Rose has just been taking the goats out for grazing. So yeah, we've got a day planned of work ahead of us. We've got two volunteers staying with us at the moment, Finn and Becky, who have come up from England. They're cycling around Scotland, visiting different farms, helping in market gardens. Now they're here for 10 days to help us. That's great to have some extra hands. So we're all going to be working together today. We're going to be working in the market garden, but we're not going to be harvesting today. We might do a bit of weeding or something, I'm sure, but we're going to be focusing on a few different areas within the market garden that aren't necessarily around growing vegetables. As I'm sure some of you know, we've been planting forest garden tree rows in the market garden over the last few years, and this year we planted a new row, a shorter row, 15 meters of top fruit, and we'll eventually add some soft fruit in there. But at the moment we planted some cherries and some apples and the nitrogen fixing autumn olive in between those. And we desperately need to mulch them, so we're going to be taking up some wood chip. We're going to be putting down some cardboard and then taking up some wood chip and layering that up to form a grass suppressing mulch around the fruit trees. Oh, there's the geese. You see the geese in the background there? We've got the geese grazing in the new forest garden at the moment, so they're helping keep the grass and the docks down around our new fruit trees that we've got up here. It was a big fruit tree planting year for us this year. And while we're in the market garden, we're going to cut a few more of our willow hedges that we planted as windbreaks a few years ago. They've reached quite large heights, and so we're going to take advantage of this nice sunny dry day and make a bit more tree hay. If you don't know what tree hay is, have a look at our previous vlog, which was all about the making of tree hay. Alright, so we're going to start today by getting the PCS and trailer and filling it with as much sheep mulching material that we can find. So we planted this row of fruit trees back in early spring, which is behind me here. You can see why we need to do some mulching, because we're constantly scything down different grasses and creeping buttercup and red clover, which is great to have, but can get very thick. So we want to put some mulch down here on this tree row. This is a mixture of apples and cherries with nitrogen fixing trees in between, which is autumn olive, and we've got a Siberian pea shrub on the end here. So this area here that you can see, all the green, we're going to be covering that in layers of cardboard and any other cotton material, perhaps old jeans and things that we've got.
At the top of plot 1, this is a kind of 10-bed portion of the plot, and we've taken up the first 2 beds, planting a new tree row. We're actually going to move that fence line behind it down because the access behind it isn't great, and then we're going to take up another couple of beds here. So we're actually reducing the size of this plot for annual vegetables. We're going to be planting obviously different shrubs and the trees that are already in the tree row. So we're getting ready to mulch that so we can keep the weeds down, but really just first of all we want to take this tarp back just to show us where we're going to be mulching. We've also uncovered all of our brassicas from this year, partly so we can just take out the bindweed, well actually mostly so we can take out the bindweed because we want to basically be able to constantly check on that, because we've been finding even beds that we've cleared out of the bindweed, it's coming back obviously from little root hairs and things. So we really need to be able to keep our eye on it. We know that cabbage white is an issue, but it's getting, you know, closer to September now. As long as we're regularly checking these beds and picking off any caterpillars if there are any, I think we'll be okay. But the main thing is that we really want access for the tractor, because we're going to be using the tractor to bring up large amounts of wood chip for this top tree row.
So we've just been spending the last half an hour or so sheep mulching this forest garden tree row that we have at the top of plot 1 in our market garden. You can see we've done a great job with help from Finn and Becky. We've been putting on layers and layers of different weed suppressing materials that we've collected over the years. So it's quite a mixture, and yeah, as you can see from all the colourful bits and bobs, we've been using old curtains and carpets and different amounts of cardboard, and just layering it all on, making sure that we overlap it well so that there's no light getting to the soil. And now of course that's going to suppress all the weeds that we've got. Finn's just bringing up a wheelbarrow load of some hedge trimmings, which we'll add onto this. And next step along with these hedge trimmings is to bring up some wood chip. Alright, so that's us finished adding the mulch to this forest garden tree row. It's looking really great. It's fantastic to have all the cardboard and wood chip applied. Looks really neat. This won't keep the weeds back completely. There will be some which are strong enough to push up through the mulch, but it'll definitely do a really good job for us at keeping the weeds back. Obviously it'll feed the soil as well, and hopefully we're going to make a bit more of a fungal dominant soil for the perennial trees that are there. So that's all good. It's definitely eaten into our mulch pile a little bit. But we get our wood chip from a neighbour who's a tree surgeon who brings it for us, so that's a great resource to have. Rose is just making a bundle or two of tree hay. But yeah, quite a transformation up here today, which is great to see. It's looking much smarter and a bit more defined as an actual garden. Right guys, we're going to call it a day. We're really pleased with the progress that we've all made to get this tree row mulched. Looks really great. It's going to feed the soil, it's going to retain the moisture, and it's going to stop the competitive grasses and things growing around these trees while they're young. We'll be carrying on with this over the weeks, adding more plants into the system. We're going to be putting comfrey in between the fruit trees and the nitrogen fixers. We'll be adding some herbs such as lovage and fennel. I think we're going to put in a row of rhubarb along the front because we don't really have much rhubarb on the farm. So that's going to be quite good at being a bit of a weed suppressant in itself. Really hope you enjoyed today's vlog. Please do give the video a like. And if this is your first time to our channel, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and let us know you enjoy it by subscribing. So hope everyone's well, and we'll catch you soon. See ya.